KUGAN CASSIUS here with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, listen, congratulations first of all to Carl Frampton, unified super bantamweight champion. But you must be gutted for Scott Quigg, obviously.
Yeah, I am gutted because I didn't feel as though, he really did himself justice. I think that he started too slow. I think that he finished great, but it wasn't enough, in my opinion. I have to hold my hands up. I had Carl Frampton winning the fight by probably 2 rounds. So, I wish he would have started fast. I think he had him hurt in the 11th. And I'm thankful for the last 5 rounds because the first 7 were average. Really caught fire, but it was just too much too late. And, congratulations to Carl Frampton and his team. Genuinely, I think they deserve the win. And there we go.
It was a slow
1-0!
It was a slow start to the fight in general, but you said before that Quigg generally starts fights slow, but picked up as the later rounds were going on. But how was you scoring it as it was sort of 1 to 6?
Well, the first 6 rounds, not a lot happened, but I have to give the majority of them to Carl, and that's why I scored a fight how I scored it, because I think that, like I said, I gave most of the back end of the fight to Scott, but it was he was playing catch up too much. Carl boxed well the first 6 rounds, and people, at this level, you're not just diving in and trying to make mistakes early on in the fight. Carl's feet were brilliant. He was using his hands well and his movement well, and I think overall he outboxed Scott in the first 6 rounds, and Scott turned it into the fight that he needed to turn it into late on, but it was too late.
You said before the fight that you always map out a contingency plan if things don't go well, or for your fighters. They haven't gone right for Scott Quigg tonight. What can you say to Scott Quigg tonight to give him some sort of encouragement?
He's just been involved in the biggest fight in the division, so obviously Carl Frampton now has got to face Rigondeaux or Shingo Wake, so one of the belts is going to free up again, and there's Denaire as well. So I think Scott Quigg's going to be in big fights. I think he wasn't hurt in the fight. I think he broke his jaw in the 4th round, but it wasn't hurt as in headshot hurt. So he's going to go on and continue in big fights. I'm just disappointed that I think he'll kick himself after not starting the way that he should have. Watching
that, in your honest opinion, does it warrant a rematch?
I think no. I think the last 5. If the last 5 rounds were the same as, if the first 7 rounds were the same as the last 5 rounds, absolutely. But I don't think there's going to be a huge call for a rematch. But you look at the other fights in the division, and quite possible. But I think it's too early to talk about that. For us, we lick our wounds. Obviously, we're gutted because we lost, and we love to win. But we're all healthy and safe, and we're going to our families.
What did you say to Scott Quigg in the ring?
I said I don't think you've done enough. He asked me what I thought, and I said I don't think you've done enough. So my heart, when you get into the ring after the fight, in your heart of hearts if you're, and I felt like we haven't won this fight. And when we got, I think 116, 112 to Quigg was I can't justify that score personally. Yes, a draw. Like I said, first reactions was that Carl Frampton won it.
Okay. And for Carl Frampton, what do you believe he'll go and do next? I know it's not really your concern, but do you think he'll fight Rigondeaux or?
No, I think he'd probably look to a Santa Cruz fight or something like that in America. I've talked in the past. Rigondeaux, there isn't the money to. There's such a tough fight, but listen, he may want to fight him. That's up to him and his team. You know what I mean?
Alright, well listen, like I said, it's a gutting night for Scott Quigg and yourself. So.
Sport, isn't it? Gutted, but off we go. Birmingham next week. Eggington against Ski, Fire Brothers, and we just go roll again.
Alright, Eddie, listen, thanks to Insightful TV, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.